What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. Tesla stock is skyrocketing. It is up nearly 9% today, and it is making brand new all-time highs. At the time of this recording, the all-time high is $1,214.90. It's exploding. It has a lot of momentum, and it's exploding. So we have a lot of great info in today's video. Make sure to stick around to the end. We have a lot of great plays, and make sure to let us know what stocks you are watching in the comments down below, and we'll probably take a look at them in tomorrow's video. But Tom, let's get right into it.
Yeah, definitely. Like you can see here, Tesla's stock is exploding today. They broke above that high of Friday and they kept running to the upside. You can see in pre-market today, they really broke that high of Friday by quite a bit, running up to $1,150, kind of consolidating there, and then breaking that later on today around 11:25 or 11:30 Eastern time. They finally got that big move to the upside, moving up to 1214.90 at the high of day today, at the end of day. And as we can see, the EV sector has been really popping off. Tesla's been exploding. We've had XPEV popping to the upside. We've had Lucid Motors honestly exploding. They did end up down 1.24% today. But if you look at the 180-day 4-hour chart of Lucid Motors, they've been really exploding a lot lately, really breaking out above $30 a share. And there's been a lot of hype around the EV sector a lot lately. I'm really glad to see Tesla popping off. And overall, it's been a really exciting past couple of days with these EV stocks really popping.
You know it. So, Tom, let's take a look at Tesla more in depth. I know it's just exploding. We have a lot of volume coming in, and I'm noticing that we're even starting to see that hype, with retail traders and just the news overall. And like last year, Tesla stock just exploded, and it would go on like a couple month-long uptrend. So, like, what are some main levels to watch out for? I know we're technically above that $1,200 resistance, but what's next?
Yeah, we're technically above that right now. And honestly, it's going to be really hard to say the next level's coming up right now. Like you could look at $1,200 as being a really good support right now that we passed above that, which I would definitely do. If you look at it on the 1-minute chart, you can see we pretty much hit $1,200 and then consolidated for a little bit right there. But I would say go ahead and look at $1,200, $1,300, I should say, after that. And then even after 1,300, I would look at 1,500 after that. I think that's going to be the biggest main level to look at over the next few weeks. Now, keep in mind, we could always keep popping off the upside. We could run from 1,200 all the way up to, let's say, 1,500 within the next couple of days. But the realistic scenario of that playing out is pretty low. So I would say with Tesla over the next few days, look for them to maybe pop off a little bit like they did today. They rose maybe 94 points. If you see them go from $1,200 a share up to $1,300 or something like that, I feel like that could be a really amazing move. And you can see Tesla here in the daily chart has really been exploding. They've been really making new highs lately by quite a bit. It's not like they've been just slowly been staircasing to the upside like we've seen with Target, with Walmart, with a lot of other stocks. Tesla's been really honestly exploding. They've been breaking new highs by $100 a share. And I think that really shows the strength of their sector right now. And talking about their sector, we have Lucid Motors exploding as well, going, well, they're negative 1.2%, but at the high of day today, they were up quite a bit. If you talk about those $40 highs that they had at the beginning of market open. Gotcha. So all in all, there's a lot of momentum with EV stocks, specifically with Tesla. I am watching $1,250 a share as resistance. I think Tesla right now will be good for like short-term day trading setups, but be very careful if you're like trading far out of the money options right now, because implied volatility is starting to rise, and that means that options are getting pretty expensive. So definitely keep an eye on like $1,250 to $1,300 to the upside, and I would definitely say keep a close eye on $1,200 as resistance, and then back at like $1,150 as support. But Tom, while we're on the topic of like I guess you can say EVs, I saw that BLNK was having a pretty awesome day today, and like even on the daily chart, it looks pretty good. Yeah, Blink has actually been exploding quite a bit. This is Blink charging, and we've been talking a lot about these EV charging companies a lot lately, like BLNK, ChargePoint, and lots of other stocks like them. And, those two stocks, BLNK and CHPT, actually had a really good turnaround today. We can see CHPT was up 3.5%. BLNK was actually starting to break some, or at least get close to some resistances right around, you could say like $33, $35 a share. And I really like the way these stocks are moving lately. We can see BLNK has kind of been lagging behind the overall market, like Tesla, NIO. A few other stocks have been really flying up the past few weeks, but BLNK, CHPT, those two stocks have kind of been lagging behind a little bit. And as they kind of go up over the next few days, I feel like they have a lot of opportunity, kind of like what we saw with Enphase and lots of other stocks over the past few weeks. Like we can see Enphase today actually moved to new highs as well, up 3.4%. But I'm really looking for stocks like CHPT to start to move like Enphase and start to at least approach their all-time highs.
Gotcha. So let's talk about some of the main earnings for the rest of the week. I know we have some big companies reporting, DraftKings, Pfizer, a lot of companies like that. What's on the schedule for tomorrow?
Yeah, for tomorrow, which is going to be Tuesday, we actually have Activision coming up, Corsair, British Petroleum. We have a few stocks tomorrow before pre-market. I would say my main two to watch are going to be Pfizer and then Corsair. You can see they kind of lead the earnings whispers chart right here. British Petroleum and Under Armour are reporting also, as well as Race down here at the bottom, which I think those three stocks are going to be pretty important as well. But I feel like Pfizer, with all the vaccine news going on, is going to be pretty important, as well as Corsair. They've been pretty hyped up lately. And then after close, we actually have Activision and Zillow, which I know, Mike, Zillow has been one of your favorite stocks over the past few months. Then there's a lot more reporting in the rest of the week, like SKLZ, Roku, and a lot more to come.
Yeah, so Zillow hasn't, it's been on my watch list. I like Redfin a little more though, but it's definitely going to be an interesting earnings report. I'm definitely going to have my eyes on Corsair, which reports tomorrow, like Tom said, but then DraftKings on Friday. I'm very excited for that one. But all in all, we definitely have an action-packed week, especially tomorrow with Corsair, so that should be great. Tom, I also saw that DraftKings had a pretty good day today, up around 5%.
Yeah, DraftKings actually exploded today, Mike. And I don't know if this is going to be the beginning of a turnaround for DraftKings or not, but I know that they had that groundbreaking news last week where they scrapped the Entain deal. And that Entain deal has been making DraftKings actually fall to the downside over the past couple of months. And as we can see, DraftKings stock was around $56, $58 a share. They had this Entain deal came out. They had some pretty bad moves to the downside, started really consolidating here around $46 to $50 a share. And I really hope that since they scrapped this deal, that they can start to get back up in the short term. It's really nice to see this move up. And with them moving up 5.2% today, they were honestly almost at the top of my watch list. And they did not fall off at the end of the day either, Mike. Like they actually really held their ground and honestly closed up there around that $48 resistance. To me, this seems like a pretty strong play heading into tomorrow.
You know it. So good stuff there. And then let's get right into our member of the day, which is Rolla, you can say. So huge shout out, Rolla. Thanks for being a great member of the Discord. You're super active, so you definitely deserve a shout out. Thank you for everything. And now let's get right into the momentum plays for tomorrow. And with the first one, we have Baidu to the upside.
Yep. And with Baidu, go ahead and make them break out above, I would say 171.50 to the upside. That's going to be right around a lot of resistances and some SMAs.
With the next one, we have Boeing also to the upside.
Yeah, and I've been watching Boeing lately for a while now, actually waiting for this turnaround. Go ahead and make them break out above 215.
And then with the last one, we have DraftKings also to the upside.
Yeah, DraftKings, another one we've been watching a lot lately. Go ahead and make them break out above 49.25, and I feel like they would have a pretty safe move up towards $50 or so.
Awesome. So we are watching these three plays for potential day trades to the upside tomorrow, but only if they break above the levels Tom listed. And then the bot had a pretty awesome day trade today with DraftKings. We can see it called out the DraftKings 48 strike calls at $193 each, and it popped up to $225 each. So it was a pretty solid play. If you want to trade with the bot, Tom and myself, every single day, you can click that first link in the description and the comments down below. We are running a coupon special right now. You'll save over $40. You'll get access to daily options, swing trades, day trades, custom bots, a great community, and you can basically chat with Tom and myself all day long. And it's definitely worth trying it out even if it's only for 1 month. We have a great community, and the bots have been doing pretty well. And on average, the hybrid bot, or what we just showcased, each alert pops on average for 29%. So that's pretty awesome. And even if you want to try it out for 1 month, you can cancel it anytime. Again, it'll be that first link in the description and the comments down below. But let's get right into the comments from the previous video. With the first comment, we have L saying, open looks like it's coiling for a big move up. Are you guys seeing the same? So, Tom, what do you think?
I will say today with the way it moved up 4.3%, this looks like a pretty promising play here. Looking at the max daily chart, if they start to really break out here above $25.50, I could see a pretty big move in the short term. Now, I'm not saying over the next few months they're going to double in their stock price from $25, make new highs up towards $50 or anything like that, but I think I could see a pretty good retest of resistance here right around $30 or so. I love the way they're starting to break out right here. And, I will say there's a big resistance right around 25 to 25.50. So if we do see a rejection here, then the resistance will hold up as being pretty solid. But if we don't, I feel like that open door has a pretty high chance to pop. They've been recovering up a lot lately. It reminds me a lot of like Enphase, DraftKings, or, just a pretty high growth stock that has a lot of momentum to it lately.
Yeah, so I like this setup. It's not my favorite setup in the world. Like, of course, I like DraftKings and Boeing setup a little bit more, but then again, I'm pretty biased towards it. But I do like Open. It's trending pretty well, and like Tom said, it's up a pretty good amount today, and it has some good momentum. So not bad at all. Then with the next comment, we have Patrick asking about Square. So SQ, what do you think?
With Square, I really feel like that for the longer term, Square has a pretty good chance to pop to the upside. Now, even today, they had a pretty good chance. They actually held their ground pretty well here, right around that 252 support. And it looks like they're popping up pretty well here towards the end of the day. So I hope that heading into tomorrow, we can see a pretty good pop up out of Square. Looking at the max daily chart, I would not be surprised if they started to consolidate over the next few weeks or the next few days. They did have a down day today, and it looks like that on the daily chart, the stock could have a lot of upwards momentum possibly, but they do have earnings coming up, so it's going to be very risky. I would say personally, it's more of a 50-50 setup right now. They're right in the middle of the range. It could fall to the downside. It could fall to the upside. I feel like that with crypto and stuff doing pretty well, that it could end up going to the upside. But looking at everything, I would not bet on earnings too much in this given scenario. If we were talking about a few weeks ago, how we were retesting that $225 support, I would think that was an amazing time to buy for the long term. But now that we're up and we're around $260 a share or so, I would say be a little more careful with it.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's a complete gamble. Earnings is pretty soon, and it's just, I don't see like any great opportunity with it. And then we have Jenny saying, hey guys, thanks for all of the great information. I'm curious about what you think about PENN. So I like this setup. It's more of like a longer term setup to me. I think it's at a pretty solid level, and I think that they also have a lot of room for growth.
Yeah, me too. And they have earnings also coming up on November 4th. So always be careful of that. It's going to be a little bit of a gamble heading into that. But I will say the way that they closed today at the high of day was a pretty strong close. And I feel like if tomorrow, if they can pop pretty good above $75 a share, I feel like it could be a pretty good day trade if you're able to catch this move to the upside pretty quickly around market open. I feel like there's not too much resistance up there until 76.50 or 76.75.
Sounds good. And guys, if you are an options trader, definitely check out that first link in the description and the comments down below. Daily options, swing trades, day trades, an amazing community, and you can chat with Tom and myself all day long. We have a coupon running. It's automatically applied to the link in the description and the comments down below. On average, the day trading bot pops for 29%, so it's been working pretty well. It's definitely worth trying out, even if it's only for 1 month. But with that being said, Tom, do you have any last minute stocks, options, or anything you are watching for tomorrow?
Yeah, we didn't really talk about this stock too much yet, but the stock I'm really been eyeing up lately is PLUG, which is Plug Power. I mean, we've been seeing the EV sector really pop off lately with Tesla making new highs. We have Lucid Motors starting to really pop off over the last couple of weeks. And we actually have Plug Power here. actually not moving to new highs, but moving to new highs relative to the past like 6 months or so. This has honestly been a really good break of resistance here, right around $40 a share. And I feel like Plug Power has a pretty good chance to keep popping off over the next few days. They closed today around their high of day, around $42, and they have a lot of strength into them. They're holding their technicals very well. You can see that they've held the 1,000 SMA to the upside pretty strongly, and they've had a lot of momentum. So definitely keep your eyes on this company and a lot of growth stocks in general. You know, we've been seeing DraftKings pop off a lot the past 2 days, as well as LCID, BLNK, stocks like that. It's honestly a really good time to be trading if you guys are into the growth stocks. So I would say keep your eyes on the growth stocks, add these onto your watch list. And my watch list is being led today by FUV, PLUG, and Tesla. Like, you almost can't call for a better time in the market than these three stocks leading the watch list.
There we go. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you like our content, definitely subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day, and liking helps us grow a lot, and we greatly appreciate it. Make sure to let us know what stocks you were watching, and we could probably cover them in tomorrow's video. But other than that, thanks for watching.